Joe Cooper here, Mr. Joe Cooper, formerly Benjamin Joe Cooper. Here's a video of myself in regard to my suggestions to the United States government regarding the continental shelf. So I've had a lot of investigation in my spare time around studying after COVID, finding out that the continental shelf is actually not classed as part of American waters. So the American waters is classed at a certain amount of ocean spaces belong to America or United Kingdom, and the rest of the ocean space is not. A lot of the continental shelf is coral reefs and waters that are much closer into America. None of it has ever been on paper owned by anyone. So I rang up and asked them, can I buy the continental shelf outside of New York for $50? And when they came back and said, yes, I can, I asked my mum to give me $4,000 so I can buy the whole of the United States continental shelf around the entire country. And I said, I don't know. And she said, no, you'll probably get stopped. I don't think so. It's not a good idea. They'll probably stop you. So I started thinking about it, that this is a threat to Australia. This is a threat to United Kingdom. This is a threat to America. If I really want to be preemptive about it, like a wartime thinking, it's something I came up with before in the past, where sand islands can be built in the middle of the ocean. I used to discuss it with people at university who were Chinese and other people, everybody, just all my thoughts about it, and they ended up doing that too. So I said, before I discuss it with anyone else, I better just contact the United States government about this, because this could affect my way of life also, probably, in the future one day. So when I've done this, they got about 400 or 500 lawyers working on this, like from New York and other countries combined. They went all around Mexico, because I mentioned Mexico is very close to America, and before World War I, it used to be owned by Russians. The Russians took over Mexico. So they went all over and made all the continental shelves around the edges of Mexico, which are ports for shipping ships. Like, for example, like you could put submarines in there, or ships that could shoot countries on the land with land-based missiles and things like this. But also for like fishing, like collecting fish for eating and things. Unless that's owned by a country, they can't even fish there, they can't go there, they can't use natural resources, and it cuts down on a lot of costs of using resources too. So when you use fishing in another country like Mexico, for example, you can't use the whole ocean. Mexico owns it. But if you want to own part of it, or you want to like travel, like take your ship through there to go a different direction, you have to have permission of the government and pay money. So I made a few comments to the American government, like, oh, well, I could just put a tax on leaving America. As soon as you get to the continental shelf, you'll have to pay me $4,000 per ship. So I'll become a trillionaire or quadrillionaire, quintet-trillionaire within 1 year. And they came back to me and said, yes, you can do it. But you will need to use lawyers, but you can do it. And I said, well, this is a problem, because I can become a trillionaire, billionaire, quadrillionaire. And if I wasn't a nice person, I could be from Afghanistan or from some other country where they hate Americans and hate Australians, or mainly it's Americans I hate, and make some way that they can't leave their country, and there'll be some massive legal thing. So what happened is they went ahead and did this, and they did this on Antarctica too, and other things, because I had a lot of ideas for Antarctica. So now they're owning like an extra 180 continental shelves under United States law, including around America, which I've never done before. It's just because I'm an inventor and I'm a deep thinker, and I find things out online or just out of my own head, learning things and meeting people, and that's how it got done. That's the story in regard to owning new continental shelves after COVID. for the Western nations.